Okay, I'm going to test the KYK water ionizer. And this particular ionizer was used by a customer for a little bit, a few weeks. Their water was very hard, and they were just saying they were not getting a good pH and ORP. So let's take a look and see. This has gone back to the warehouse. They checked it out and said it was fine. And you know that sometimes if somebody has water that's way hard, like up over around 300 parts per million of hardness or higher, they need to pre-filter. So if you might not get great ionization unless you do. So I have 140 parts per million of hardness here in St. Louis, and I usually get great results. That's hard water, but it's not excessive. And I've heard of many people getting great results with the KYK around the country. And I guess it doesn't function in hard water. So if you do have hard water and you don't use a reverse osmosis remineralizer or something to reduce your hardness significantly, I would say that that you might not get as good of results as you're looking for. All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and push the power button. Oops.
Alkaline water in first step.
All right. So it's just gone through its cleaning. I did that before the video, and now when I push the power button, it's going to give me alkaline water in first step, which is they're saying the pH would be equivalent to 8.5. That'll be different in my water because my water starts out at about 9.4. So we'll see what happens. It's pouring at 1.1 liters per minute, which is a little slow. I might speed it up, but we'll see. That does seem a little slow. Let me just speed it up a tiny bit. I have my little water alright, well, no, that's too fast. Hold on. I have a little quick connect shut off here that I'm using. 1.6 liters per minute. That's great. Alright, well, we'll have it that fast. I'll keep that there, and maybe I'll also show a difference between the two. Alright, this one is the one done a little faster. Alright, now we're going to do push the alkaline button.
Alkaline water in second step.
Now this is going to give us they're saying 9.0, but we'll see what it gives us. Alright, now I'm just going to go ahead and put my meter probes in the water that's here, just so it starts adjusting to that while we're pouring. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pour this at the second step, and push that alkaline button one more time. One thing I really wish they would not have done with the redesign of this KYK. I love some of the features, but man, you can hardly see that dial, and there's no buttons or anything, and you can't touch it. Just the lightest touch sets a button going, so you have to see what you're going to touch, and it's just kind of a little. You have to, have, I guess, no light. I'm having light shine off of this, and that might be part of my problem right now. But also another thing, I hate to mention bad points, but another thing I really dislike about all of the KYKs ever is these little wires connect to the filters. And that is the most annoying thing to me in the world. But I mean, if you can live with that, the KYK, I mean, it is a good ionizer. So the one thing about these wires is, there's a couple of different KYKs over the years, and you have to make sure you get the right filter for that particular model, or it won't work, because the computer chips are matched up to each other. It's very tricky. All right, hold on. Let me move this up to one more level. Yeah, I had a customer a couple of months ago order a KYK filter, put it in his machine, wouldn't work. Had to order, didn't then realize he had to order the exact, filter for his model. And it was ended up being a hassle for everybody involved. And it's just frustrating for me, because I like to, I do show on my website, the type of filter, what it's for, like is it ion quench, or is it KYK generation 2, or is it anyway, whatever. You can look on the website if you're concerned about that. All right, well, here we go. We've got all our water poured. Oh, one more thing I wanted to do is, I need another cup. Here we go. I wanted to collect the acid water coming out, and just, there, that's the acid water hose, and the acid water's pouring out. And just, to see, that's at the 4th step, or the strongest ionization, in other words, and just to see what that, acid water's like. And, one thing I might do is pour one more acid water here. I'll slow the water flow down significantly, down to that 1.1 that it was before. Oops, that's real slow, 1.0 liters per minute. Well, okay, and here's another cup, and I'll pour the acid water at this flow, and I might also there's the acid water coming out of this flow. I might also test the strong alkaline at this really slow flow, because we'll just move our row over more. If there's somebody out there that really wants to know what's the bottom line, highest you can get and lowest you can get from the KYK, I'd like to know that as well. And keep in mind, this is in St. Louis water. Alright, so just turn that button off, and that suspends all action. And just out of curiosity, I'm going to just turn the power button on and see what happens. Yeah, when you turn the power button on, if it doesn't need to be cleaned, it just automatically goes into the 2nd step, and then you would have to adjust it to whatever step you want it to go to. Alright, well, let's see what our glasses look like here. This first one is the level 1 alkaline water, and that is at, hold on, this pH meter is just gets stuck, and hold on, these wires are all mixed up. Dang. Alright, so I'm just going to try to unstick this pH meter, because this just gets it, for some reason, it just gets stuck. So we'll have to let that pH settle down. But that ORP is poor. It's like 290. That's a positive. Now this set the slow flow for level 1, and then 8.9, 8.8. I'm suspecting KYK might need some programming. Let's move to this is the little faster flow. That first one was 1.1 liters, and I think the second one was like 1.7 liters. See what that does. Still positive ORP. So we've got an 8.6 pH and a 270-ish. That's still poor. Alright, that's level 1, the 2 level 1s. So we know level 1 needs to be reprogrammed. Now, how would a customer know this? That is a little bit on the annoying side to me. And the last KYK that I tested is the same thing. It had poor results like this. Just unbelievably poor results. And then I reprogrammed it. It was fine. I'm going to have to really, I guess, talk to the KYK guys and see if they can't do a better job programming these things prior to sending them out to customers, because customers can't deal with this. This is 61, which is, you know, still positive, and then 8.9. Wow, it's weird, because I guess my St. Louis pH comes in at a range, and it must be a little bit lower pH than usual to get those readings. Well, this is at level 3, and we're looking at a negative 22 with a 9.3. That is, I wouldn't even accept that for level 1. Now, level 4. This is interesting because the last KYK that I tested did this very same thing. All the first 3 levels were practically null. They seemed like less than what I expect from level 1. And then level 4 was, you know, just extremely good, showing that the ionizer was capable of this level of goodness. It just wasn't programmed correctly. So a negative 831 with an 11.1 pH. And I could imagine why a customer would be dissatisfied with this product if it came to them this way. I would be dissatisfied, and I mean, if I didn't have meters to test it, and how are you going to program it? Negative 839 with 11.4 or 11.5. This is the, sorry, I'm not even pointing to the right stuff here, showing you what I've got my probes in. This is the level 4 that I poured at the, like 1.0 liters per minute. And this is getting like 11.4, 11.5 pH with a negative 839. That is tremendously nice results. And this is a great ionizer potential, but the ionizer itself is flawed in the in the programming. So I'm going to have to program it. Now I'm going to just program levels 1, 2, and 3. Obviously level 4 is fine. And I'm going to show you the programming. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do. Now in the last KYK, I had to program, I'm going to show you my little notes, and this is sloppy, but